Jean Hepburn Ferrer, born July 17, 1960 in Lucerne, Switzerland, was the first son of Audrey Hepburn and her first husband, actor-director Mel Ferrer. His life began in Hollywood's golden age, yet his mother consciously tried to shield him from its full intensity. Jean's arrival led Audrey to famously step back from her career to focus on family. He was born in films but raised largely in Europe, Switzerland, Italy, Spain, England, France, and the U.S., away from constant Hollywood buzz. After his parents' divorce in the late 1960s, Jean lived in Rome with Audrey and her second husband, Andrea Dotti. He attended international schools, culminating in a French baccalaureate from the elite La Rosey in Switzerland, becoming fluent in 5 languages. This upbringing fostered empathy and a global perspective. He briefly studied international law at the University of Geneva, but a film job offer from director Terence Young launched his lifelong entertainment career. Jean chose to work behind the scenes in filmmaking. Over decades, he gained experience in all aspects, from assistant director on films like Inchen to associate producer on Stranger's Kiss and Ironweed, and executive producer on Eye of the Widow. In 2001, he directed and produced the documentary Race Hawes, about a convicted criminal who found redemption through writing and helping other inmates. He also became an author. In 2003, he published Audrey Hepburn, An Elegant Spirit, an intimate biography of his mother filled with family photos and personal letters, with proceeds benefiting the Audrey Hepburn Children's Fund, AHCF. In 2020, with his wife Karen, he co-authored Little Audrey's Daydream, a children's book about Audrey's World War II childhood, its proceeds also going to charity. Jean's career evolved from film production to becoming a key voice in sharing and interpreting his mother's story. Deeply inspired by his mother's UNICEF work, Jean co-founded the Audrey Hepburn Children's Fund, AHCF, in 1994, with his half-brother Luca Dotti and Audrey's partner Robert Wolders. The fund, initially financed by the Timeless Audrey exhibition, which Jean toured worldwide, aimed to help children in need globally. Jean chaired the fund until 2012. However, managing such an iconic legacy brought challenges. In 2017, the AHCF sued Jean. He countersued over the use of Audrey's name and likeness. In 2019, a court ruled in Jean's favor, affirming his rights concerning his mother's intellectual property. This difficult chapter highlighted the complexities of safeguarding a beloved global image. Beyond AHCF, Jean served as an ambassador for Rare Disease Days and is a patron for pseudomyxoma survivor. Jean is Audrey's eldest son. He has a half-brother, Luca Dotti. Jean has been married 3 times to Marina Spadafora, then Layla Flanagan, with whom he had his first child, and since 2014 to Karen Hepburn Ferrer, his co-author. He has 3 children, daughter Emma Kathleen Ferrer, born 1994, and sons Gregorio and Santiago Ferrer. The family maintains an international presence with homes in California and Italy. Jean Hepburn Ferrer's life is a compelling story of navigating a monumental legacy. Born to global icons, he established his own credentials in film production and authorship. His dedication to philanthropy, particularly founding the AHCF, honors his mother's spirit, even though that path involved significant legal complexities. Number 1. Luca Dotti. Luca Andrea Dotti was born on February 8, 1970, in Lausanne, Switzerland, to Audrey Hepburn and her second husband, Italian psychiatrist Professor Andrea Dotti. He joined his older half-brother Jean. Crucially, Luca's childhood perception of his mother was as Audrey Dotti. He never realized she was Audrey Hepburn. After Luca's birth, Audrey significantly scaled back her career to focus on motherhood. He experienced her primarily as a present, nurturing mom at home, the typical mother who would rather stay home and roast chicken instead of going out. His upbringing, largely in Switzerland and Italy, fostered a sense of normalcy and deeply shaped his intimate perspective on his mother. Luca Dotti has strong roots in Rome, Italy, a city his mother cherished. This choice signifies a connection to his paternal heritage and an embrace of a lifestyle somewhat removed from Hollywood. He is a devoted family man, married to Domitilla Bertucci, also a graphic designer. They are raising their 3 children, including at least 2 daughters in Rome, consciously keeping them out of the spotlight. This commitment to privacy mirrors the values of the Audrey Dotti he knew. Choosing a path independent of acting, Luca established himself as a graphic designer in Italy, a profession he reportedly continues alongside his writing and philanthropic work. He is also noted to have pursued academia, though specifics aren't detailed. These choices paint a picture of a multifaceted individual with both artistic and intellectual interests. Luca's most significant public contribution is as an author, offering unique glimpses into Audrey Hepburn's private world, focusing on her role as a mother, her love for home, and her everyday life. Audrey at Home, Memories of My Mother's Kitchen, 2015. This New York Times bestseller is a personal scrapbook blending recollections, Audrey's recipes in her own hand, photos and letters, celebrating her domestic life. Audrey in Rome, 2013. Co-authored, this book explores Audrey's 2 decades in Rome through nearly 200 candid, many unpublished photos of her everyday life. Audrey Hepburn in Paris, 2023 to 2024. Co-authored with Megan Friedlander, this book celebrates Audrey's lifelong connection to Paris, her fashion, friendships, especially with Givenchy, and films. Collectively, these works provide a humanizing counterpoint to the mythologized public figure sharing the Audrey Dotti he knew. Championing a humanitarian legacy, the Audrey Hepburn Children's Fund humanitarian work. In 1994, he and Sean Ferrer, with Robert Wolders, co-founded the Audrey Hepburn Children's Fund, AHCF, to continue Audrey's commitment to vulnerable children. The fund supported projects like the Audrey Hepburn Children's House for abused children. While Sean Ferrer's role as chairman ended in 2012 amidst legal disputes, Luca's involvement has been characterized by consistent dedication. He actively supports the AHCF, ensuring his mother's humanitarian philosophy lives on, reflecting a deep commitment to the cause she prioritized. Audrey Dotti has navigated his extraordinary heritage by thoughtfully curating and sharing the private facets of Audrey Hepburn's life. Living a relatively private life in Rome as a graphic designer and family man, his most profound public contributions are his intimate books and his steadfast support for the Audrey Hepburn Children's Fund. Both sons have shown a profound dedication to honoring Audrey Hepburn, not by trying to replicate her fame, but by ensuring her spirit, her art, and her compassion continue to inspire.